TH Plantation Berhad. The plantation arm of Lembaga Tabung Haji is engaged in the business of oil palm, rubber, and tea plantation. It was first incorporated in 1972 as Perbadanan Ladang-Ladang Tabung Haji Sdn Berhad and was listed on the main board of Bursa Malaysia Security Berhad on 27 April 2006. Business activity. For the first one, oil palm cultivation. This acts as the core pillar of the group, consistently generating close to 100% of its corporate revenue. The second one is asset footprint. TH Plantation managed a land bank exceeding 97,000 hectares with a planned area of over 55 hectares. Now, we move on to financial performance. TH Plantation Berhad registered a strong performance, reporting a total group revenue of 961.2 million ringgit and a net profit of 107.49 million ringgit, driven by solid product pricing and optimized margin management. Next is a market positioning. For the first one is a Bumiputra stakeholder support. Backed heavily by Lembaga Tabung Haji, TH Plantation Berhad functions with a dual mandate, achieving commercial, operational profitability while ensuring stable, long-term economic return through its primary institutional shareholder, which directly impacts millions of Malaysian Muslim depositors. Next one is domestic focus. Unlike downstream conglomerates that maintain international consumer brands, TH Plantation is strictly positioned as a major B2B raw commodity supplier, feeding fresh fruit bunches and crude palm oil directly into domestic supply chains and regional processing facilities. For the second company is Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad. Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad is Malaysia's first independent oil and gas exploration and production company. It focuses on maximizing the value of mature, producing oil and gas field. For the next one is the business activities. In Malaysia and Vietnam, the company operates a major production sharing contracts, including the North Sabah Enhanced Oil Recovery, the Kinabalu Oil PSC, and the PM3 Commercial Arrangement Area. Other than that, the company accrued Total Energies asset portfolio in Brunei, gaining operatorship and a 37.5% stake in high-performing Block B Maharajalela Jamanulalam gas field. Now, we move on to financial performance. Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad. The company has demonstrated exceptional earnings momentum, significantly benefiting from an environment of robust global crude prices. With net daily production average roughly 26,000 barrels of oil equivalent, the group expects to achieve its full-year sales of 9.0 to 9.4 million barrels. For the next parts, we move on to market positioning. The first one is the late life asset specialist. Its core competency lies in acquiring late stage or mature assets from oil major, for example, Shell, Repsol, Total Energies, and deploying advanced technical capabilities to reserve natural production decline efficiently. For the second one is balanced hydrocarbon mix. The company maintains a highly defensive, near 50-50 production split between crude oil and natural gas.
Alright, next I will present the profitability ratios of TH Plantation's Berhad and Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad. First, the net profit ratio, TH Plantations recorded 12%, while Hibiscus Petroleum recorded 5%. So that means TH Plantations earn more profit from its sales. Next, the return on asset ROA is 4% for TH plantations and 2% for hibiscus petroleum, meaning that TH plantations use the asset more efficiently. Lastly, the return on equity is 8% compared to 4%, showing that TH plantations provides better returns to its shareholder. So overall, TH plantations perform better in terms of profitability than hibiscus petroleum.
Next, I will present the efficiency ratios, which include the inventory turnover and the accounts receivable turnover. For the inventory turnover, TH plantations recorded 47.64 times, while hibiscus petroleum recovered 9.12 times. This shows that TH plantations sells and manages its inventory more efficiently. For the accounts receivable turnover, TH plantations recorded 24.92 times, compared to 5.58 times for hibiscus petroleum. This means TH plantations collects payments from customers more quickly. Overall, TH plantations performs better in efficiency because it manages its inventory and receivables more effectively than hibiscus petroleum.
Next, I will explain about the liquidity ratio analysis. So, liquidity ratio measures a company's ability to meet its short-term obligations. So, we use two ratios, which is the current ratio and the acid test ratio. So, for the current ratio, TH plantations Berhad recorded 0.8 times, while hibiscus petroleum Berhad recorded 3.19 times. This shows that hibiscus petroleum has a stronger liquidity position because it has more current assets available to cover its current liabilities. For the acid test ratio, TH plantations recorded 0.71 times, whereas hibiscus petroleum recorded 3.15 times. Since the acid test ratio excludes inventory, so it shows the company's ability to pay short-term liabilities using its most liquid assets. Therefore, hibiscus petroleum also performs better in this ratio.
Next, I will present the leverage ratio. For debt ratio, TH plantation Berhad record 0.48, while hibiscus petroleum Berhad record 0.64. This means that 48% of TH plantation assets and 64% of hibiscus petroleum assets were financed by debt. Since a lower debt ratio indicates lower financial risk, TH plantation performed better. For the debt equity ratio, TH plantation recorded 0.91 compared to 1.74 for hibiscus petroleum. This indicates that TH plantation relied less on debt financing and had a healthier capital structure. Therefore, based on both leverage ratio, TH plantation Berhad demonstrates stronger financial stability.
Market ratio. Market ratios, known as financial metric used to evaluate the price of company stock relative to its actual financial performance. This ratio helps determine whether a company's shares are overvalued, undervalued, or fairly priced. For the first one is price to earning ratio. It compares a company's current stock price to its earning per share. It indicates how much investors are willing to pay off earnings. TH plantation Berhad recorded that price to earning is 9.9 times. Meanwhile, for the hibiscus petroleum Berhad is 10.14 times. Next, we move on to dividend per share. Dividend per share is a total amount of declared dividends issued by a company for a very outstanding ordinary share. Investors use this metric to calculate their potential cash returns. So, for the TH plantation Berhad is 3 cents ringgit. and for Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad is 52 cents.
Hi everyone. So today we want to share and discuss a quick financial comparison between TH Plantation Berhad and Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad based on the data in financial analysis. For my part, which is profitability ratio, to put it simple, TH Plantation Berhad outperform Hibiscus Petroleum across all three metrics. So the first one is net profit margin. So TH Plantation is at 12% while Hibiscus is only at 5%. So it means TH Plantation show a better cost control. So the second one is return on asset. TH Plantation leads with 4% versus 2%, meaning they use their assets more efficiently compared to Hibiscus. For the third one is return on equity. TH Plantation delivered double the return to shareholder at 8% compared to Hibiscus 4%. So that means TH Plantation show much better operational efficiency and profitability based on this ratio. So next, let's discuss to the efficiency. So Jaehyun, which company is doing better in managing its asset?
Looking at the date, the better company here is very clear. TH Plantation's Berhad is significantly better. For inventory turnover, TH Plantations clears its stock 47.64 times a year, compared to Hibiscus Petroleum, which only does it 9.12 times.
Oh, thank you, Jaehyun. So, Rina, how about the acid test ratio? Does it show a similar result?
Yes, it does. TH Plantation Berhad recorded an acid test ratio of 3.15 times, which is significantly higher than Hibiscus Petroleum's, which is 0.5 times. This means that even without relying on inventory, TH Plantation is better able to settle its short-term liabilities and maintain the liquidity.
Oh, I see. Now, let's move on to leverage ratio. So, Ruby, which company show a better leverage position based on its debt ratio and debt to equity ratio?
Thank you for the question, Fina. Based on the leverage ratio, TH Plantation Berhad shows a better leverage position. It's recorded a lower debt ratio of 0.48 and debt equity ratio of 0.91 compared to Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad, indicating lower reliance on debt financing and lower financial risk.
Oh, thank you for the answer. So after we reviewing the liquidity, leverage and asset management performance of both companies, so Nat, which company should we choose as the better company overall?
Okay, for me, if we look at it from a value investor, I conclude that TH Plantation Berhad is a better company, even though its dividend is lower, but the PE ratio of RM's ringgit shows that the stock is highly undervalued and cheaper compared to Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad. It's offer a safer and more worthwhile entry point for long-term growth.
Oh. So thank you everyone for the response. So in conclusion, after comparing the financial performance of TH Plantation Berhad and Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad, we found that TH Plantation Berhad performs a better overall. The company demonstrates stronger liquidity, lower financial risk, and more efficient asset management. Therefore, based on our financial ratio analysis, TH Plantation Berhad is the stronger company and the better investment choice among these two. So that's all from us. Thank you.
To conclude, financial ratio analysis plays an important role in assessing a company's overall financial performance. Based on our analysis, Both companies demonstrate different strengths. However, TH Plantation Berhad show better overall performance. Therefore, we conclude that TH Plantation Berhad is the better performing company based on the overall financial statement analysis.